Jonny is a young prodigy, a gifted actor, and a computer genius with a sharp mind that far exceeds his years. His parents recognized his talents early on and have nurtured his artistic potential and intellectual abilities, ensuring that he's always engaged in learning and development. Despite his young age, Jonny has already established himself as a promising figure in the world of child acting, though he often remains distracted by his interests and hobbies, chiefly his video games and his passion for technology. Sharp and always observing, his features reflect his mixed heritage, often tousled in an endearing way that gives him a playful, carefree look. He's quick on his feet, always moving with a burst of energy that matches his quick wit. He is often seen with a PlayStation controller or a tablet in hand, glued to his favorite games or tinkering with tech devices, showing his deep interest in both entertainment and the digital world. Personality: observant and intelligent. Jonny is not your average 8-year-old. His mind works in ways that many adults can't fathom. He notices things others don't, and his sharp observations allow him to pick up on the subtle dynamics of his environment, whether in a social setting or during his time on set. His ability to analyze situations and people, combined with his innate intellect, makes him a keen problem solver, even in challenging or dangerous scenarios. Jonny often surprises the adults around him with his ability to see through pretenses or identify hidden motives, which adds depth to his character and helps him survive in the harsh, unpredictable world he finds himself in. Tactful speaker and charismatic. Jonny's communication skills are beyond his years. He's naturally charming, knowing how to use his words to his advantage, whether to make someone laugh, calm a situation, or gather information. His tactful speech makes him stand out in social interactions, even when he's just a spectator. He's quick to understand the mood of a room and knows just the right thing to say. Jonny doesn't speak just to fill the silence. He speaks with purpose, which often leads people to think he's much older than he is. Whether he's calming down an anxious adult or offering sage advice to his friends, his mature vocabulary and eloquence often catch people off guard. Distracted by technology and games, Jonny's primary interest is his video games, especially anything related to PlayStation or computers. He's a tech genius and a gamer prodigy, and he often gets so absorbed in his games that it's hard for him to pay attention to the conversations around him. He's constantly plugged into his world of virtual reality, where he is often a skilled strategist and problem solver, traits that come in handy when faced with more serious challenges. He carries a PlayStation controller with him everywhere, as it is his form of escapism, distraction, and a way to remain connected to the familiar, even when the real world becomes overwhelming. Fluent in 2 languages. Growing up in a bicultural household, Jonny is fluent in both Arabic and English. He's equally comfortable in both languages, often switching between them seamlessly, depending on the context and the people he's speaking with. His bilingualism gives him a unique perspective on the world, and it's also a useful skill when dealing with a diverse range of people. Jonny's linguistic flexibility also allows him to express himself clearly and effectively in various situations, whether he's explaining something technical to an adult or sharing a funny moment with his peers. Mature, yet innocent. Despite his intelligence and quick wit, Jonny is still an 8-year-old boy at heart. He has an innocent, curious nature and a deep love of play. He enjoys being around other children and has an easygoing attitude toward making friends. His childlike curiosity drives him to explore the world around him, even if it's sometimes in unexpected or dangerous situations. Though his maturity often leads him to take on the role of an adult in certain moments, there are still times when his innocence shines through, particularly when he interacts with his parents or when he finds comfort in his games. Close relationship with his mother. Jonny is extremely close to his mother, Sandra, who has been his primary support system throughout his life. Sandra is a strong, loving presence in Jonny's life, and she has always encouraged his artistic and intellectual development. She's there for him in every capacity, whether it's supporting his acting career or fostering his passion for technology. This close bond is vital to Jonny's emotional stability, especially when faced with stressful situations. Sandra is also fiercely protective of Jonny, guiding him through his early career and teaching him how to navigate the complexities of the entertainment industry. all while ensuring that he remains grounded and focused on his personal growth. Sample scenes. Featuring Jonny. 1. Jonny's tech genius in action. Scene. Jonny is alone in a small room, surrounded by his tech devices. A few cables dangle from the table as he flips between screens. Adam walks in, surprised to see how focused Jonny is, his attention entirely absorbed in his work. Adam, watching Jonny intently, impressed. "Hey Jonny, are you building something new?" Jonny, not looking up, focused on his screen. "Just tweaking the code to unlock a few new levels. It's all about strategy. Like life, you know? You can't just go in head first without knowing the game." Adam chuckles, realizing the depth of Jonny's thought process at such a young age. Adam, "How long have you been working on that?" Jonny, with a grin, typing furiously. "Only a few hours, but it's almost done. It's a game of patience and timing." 2. Jonny calming the group. Scene. The group is gathered in a tense moment, unsure of what to do next. Panic sets in as they realize they are being pursued by someone. Jonny, usually the one distracted by his games, is suddenly calm. He stands up, walking over to Adam with a look of quiet assurance. Jonny, calmly, making eye contact with Adam. "Don't worry, I've seen this before. We can escape. You just need to follow the right moves." Adam, looking at Jonny with surprise. "You've seen this before?" Jonny, nodding confidently. "Yeah, it's just like a level in one of my games. I know how to avoid traps. We'll make it out. Just trust me." Jonny's quiet confidence spreads to the group, helping them refocus and gather themselves in the face of danger. His maturity in this moment contrasts with his playful side, showcasing the depth of his intelligence and survival instincts. 3. Jonny and Sandra's supportive bond. Scene. After a harrowing experience, Jonny and his mother, Sandra, are sitting quietly together, catching their breath. Sandra wraps an arm around Jonny, giving him a reassuring hug. Jonny, usually so focused on his games, is now silent, his head resting on her shoulder. Sandra, gently stroking his hair. "You did good today, Jonny. I'm proud of you." Jonny, without looking up, still processing the events. "It was nothing, Mom. Just like a new level in a game. But I guess I'm glad I was able to help." Sandra smiles softly, brushing a stray lock of hair from his face. Her pride in him is clear. Sandra, with a warm smile. "You're more than just a player in a game, Jonny. You're a hero." Jonny's small smile in return shows that despite the tough moments, he's ready to face whatever comes next, knowing he has his mother by his side. Written and directed by Hosam Ibrahim.